112. And 99 almost seems more tolerable. All right, well, let's get practicing semi-yoga with mindfulness in our feet. Feel those feet, feel the legs. We'll let somebody in. Feel your sits bones. I'm popping back up again. Feel your shoulders over your hips. Yeah. And then allow your eyes to maybe they'll close. Maybe you just feel like gazing down. It's to tune in and see what you're feeling on the inside with breath. And with the body, of course. So do that scan non-judgmentally. We're just kind of thinking about, oh, my stomach is still tight, or my shoulders feel a little achy. Whatever it is for you, just notice. Notice how your posture feels. If it feels stiff, where can you let go while still maintaining that good posture? Let your belly rise with your inhale. Soften with your exhale. Keep following the breath. So notice the breath all the way in. Is it poofing up your chest, or can you let the belly rise with that inhale? Follow your exhale all the way out, making sure that you're getting all that residue out to the bottom of your exhale. It's Claire, not me. From here, set your intention. Seal in that intention, that promise to yourself, taking your hands to heart center. And allow your chin to come down toward your fingers. Let the hands drop. You can lift your gaze. And let's go ahead and just start to warm up those shoulders. So let's bring the hands actually back to heart center. We'll make those small to big circles. So starting out small, maybe go medium. Catch breath. Larger circles. One more. And let's come back to heart center. Push into the floor. Let's see if we can just twist a little bit. Think about belly button aiming toward right knee, but knees have to stay forward. Inhale back to the center. We'll exhale, push into the floor to anchor the knees forward. Twist to your left. And then back to the center. Now we'll try for 5 to your right. On the exhale, so it's a faster exhale. And then back to center, 5 to your left. So good posture is essential here. Stomach's kind of working as a little pump. Back to the center, we'll release those hands, lean forward. Your inhale will come on back up. We'll do a longer hold into our twist in a little bit. So I want to go into our lateral stretch from easy to maybe middle of the road here with the elbows lifted, and stop anywhere along that line. You want to reach up and over that little deepen stretch. Mindfully, nice and slow so you can feel what's going on. And next time your right arm comes up, you get to hold it up and over, or back it off, of course. So it's that nice lateral stretch. No elbow in peripherals. Use your abdominals to engage the core muscles to come back up and feel the difference. we'll go to the other side. So it's not a reach forward, it's a reach up. I feel the bicep is near my ear. There's that option to stretch that lat on that side anyways. Engaging your core, come on back up. And we'll exaggerate our cat-cow. Like you're waiting for a big hug from a long lost friend. On your exhale, tuck your chin and around and hug. That flow going. So yes, this is a stretch for spine, but I'm thinking it's also a nice opportunity to pull those arms back gently, of course, and flow with that dynamic movement to kind of open up through the shoulders and strengthen back muscles. Last one. Relax those arms. We'll take another twist to your right, but we're going to hold this twist for a few breaths. Looking over your right shoulder. I'll look over to the screen in case more people come in. So keep breathing nice and tall. Next inhale, come back to your center. And we'll exhale, twist to the left, looking to your left. On your next inhale, come back to your center, to your mountain pose, lean forward. There's another opportunity to stretch the lats and the low back part for sure. So we'll do it again. And let's come all the way back up. We'll go ahead and walk all the way back and do our spinal balance. So feeling the feet, you want to make sure your left foot stays grounded. The right foot is going to come out along with your left arm. On your exhale, we'll float it down. Switch your legs. So this is an easier stretch for the lats since we're focused on that today. So we're doing obviously one side at a time. So as I'm lifting, I'm stretching part of that lat that's attached to the arm. So we can better improve our posture by keeping that nice back muscle happy, right? Not too tight, not overstretched. The next time that your right leg is out, let's take both arms up and see how that feels. So, and the stomach is not a pile of mush. Well, mine feels like it is, but actively engage the abdominals, the belly button pulled in a little bit, and we'll point and flex. Circle the foot. Go around in the other direction. On your exhale, bring everything down to child's pose. I'm going to support my head. I'm feeling strain in my neck. So I'm going to take the hands like you're holding a ball and allow them to surround the eyes. So the fingers are on my forehead and my thumbs are on my cheekbones. And just breathing here, letting go. On your inhale, we'll see if we can synchronize the inhale for left leg coming out, right arm coming out. And then both arms will come up. We've held them for quite a while, so we're going to take our cactus arms and point and flex the foot. Oh, bless you. And circle your foot around. Go around in the other direction. And then give those arms a reach. So I want those elbows to come out as far as I can. Like you wanted to touch opposite walls. And then see if you want to touch the wall behind you. Core is engaged. Then we'll finally lower everything down. Synchronize into your version of child's pose. Could be with that head support. Bring your breath and awareness into your low back. Your mid back. Your upper back. When you're ready to inhale again, come back up. And let's hold our lightning bolt arms. So this is to kind of reverse or bring new awareness into, we'll call this a slumped posture. So opening here, it's reversing or kind of like a counter pose to our daily lives, especially if you find yourself forward on your phone like this, right? It's just easy. It's held on your lap, or maybe you're at your desk and it's easier to have that. So we want to balance that out as many times as we're aware and just create those new habits of posture and awareness, if that's what you choose to focus on throughout your next, what do they say, it takes 21 days to create new habits, or 6 weeks at the goal. All right, release all that work. Let's stretch the hips. So get those hips working. Walk to the edge of your chair. We'll go into our windshield wipers with the heels up, dropping one knee and then the other. And stretch the neck while we're at it, so you can turn and look toward the opposite shoulder from where your knees are pointing. And just a reminder, nothing should hurt, of course. If you're feeling any strain or pain, back off. Right, so we're on that right knees in front. We're gonna let it come off the front of the chair. We're going into our seated lunge, making sure your left ankle is right underneath your knee. We'll spend a handful of breaths here that can offer many options. So I'll just go ahead and instruct reaching up first and maybe reaching back. I like the sensation of a back bend to stretch the hip flexors on that right side. And I'm going to back off a little bit, shoulder stacked over hip, and then reach overhead. Use your core muscles to come back from that reach and take a couple of circles around backwards. I'm going to start out easy with fingers on the shoulder, circling the elbow backwards. Again, a nice opportunity to reverse that forward slouch. And I'm feeling okay with going a little wider with my arms. I'm going to do that. Circling, looking back even. Nice and slow so you can feel what's going on. And then you can release that arm. Use your core muscles to engage the core to bring the leg back. We'll go to the other side. And hold, get into your lunge position. Definitely hold the chair. With your right hand, so your left arm can have that freedom to reach up and maybe back. Notice your breath. Come back, align shoulder over hip. Everything's optional. Maybe you reach over your head. Using those core muscles to engage, abdominal muscles to engage and come back. Fingertips to the shoulder will circle backwards. Maybe you extend that arm and you look back. Right. And then we'll come all the way down with that arm. Remind those abdominals to work as you're picking your leg up and coming back to your seated mountain pose. You're going to push into the floor with those tripods on the feet. Lift the inner arches. See if we can keep those knees in alignment as we squeeze our imaginary block. And then let it go. Practice that again with the feet, imaginary block, pelvic floor, and glutes. Nice and stabilizing, right? And then release. One more time, sweat. All right, push into the floor and squeeze your block, glutes, abdominals. Get the axial extension, so spine's getting really tall. And let it go. So we're can't go around holding, or that will feel like our new normal. So it's really nice to practice letting go. Push, squeeze, keep engaging the abdominals, the glutes, I pointed to my glutes. Axial extension, shoulder blades rolling down the back. And there's that light angled arm again. All right, feel all the work. And then dial it down, let it go. And what I've been experimenting with today myself is, well, I'll practice letting go, right? I think my dial's all the way down, and I realize I'll pause and be like, okay, there's still some tension in there. So I tell myself 3 times it took, let it go. And let it go again. Yes, I know. It's just like holding on to that tension. All right. Work is one thing, holding on to it as tension is another. You don't want that. So push into the floor. If you're wanting to come up, let's do that. So come into chair pose first and check in with all those points, the feet, the legs, pelvic floor, heart is forward. Then I'm going to slowly start to come up. Ooh, and just kind of shake it off a little bit. And crank my fan up a notch. You know, find some organic movement. Maybe the hips are circling. And then we'll take our nice little down dog. So one of the stretches, one of the poses that will help to stretch the back, the lats, among many other things. So maybe you feel it in the glutes. If you're pedaling your feet, you might feel it on the back of the leg, on the hip, the shoulders. All right, and then we'll walk forward and come back to mountain pose. We're going to do that nice little test to see if your lats might be kind of tight. So as I mentioned in the email, all it is chair pose, right? Sitting the hips back. And then bringing your arms forward. My palms are facing each other. If you're able to lift your arms up nice and high, then that's telling you your lats aren't that tight. If you're stopping here, you might need to work on a little bit more stretching in that lat department. All right, and then come all the way back up and we'll release. Kidney taps. Nice little circles. Okay. Let's go ahead and take our warrior 2. Keep our feet nice and wide. We'll turn the right toes and into that right knee. And bring our arms out. Palms are facing down. Find those points on the feet, those tripods. Lift the arches. If you wanted more work, turn the dial up, meaning you're going to hug muscles into bones wherever you can find that work. When you're ready to exhale, let's release the arms, straighten the leg, turn the toes, and come all the way back to mountain and practice letting go. So again, realizing if you're one of those people that like to hold on to tension unconsciously. I'll just say it again, letting go. And letting go one more time. All right. Feet go back out wide, and we'll turn left toes and into left knee and flip the arms out. Enjoying our warrior 2, starting with the feet, that foundation. Engaging into the floor with those tripods, but not the toes. So sometimes the toes want to also help the grip. We're going to not grip the toes. We're going to let those guys go. See how much work you want to put into this. Engaging muscles into bones helps to build bone density. So there's an advantage. There's a lot of advantages. On your exhale, go ahead and release your arms. Straighten the leg and turn the toes, come all the way back. And this time we'll practice letting go in our down dog. Walking feet forward, taking an up dog, which is also a nice stretch for lats. So trying to push down to lift up. And chin comes down, let's walk it back into down dog. Engaging your core, your abdominals to lift that right leg, step it forward, left foot angles out to the side, and we'll take our warrior one. Pushing into the floor to reach the arms up, stretching lats. When you're ready to exhale, you can float your arms down. We'll keep the legs here if you're comfortable doing that. We're just going to reach over to your right. I'm reaching to my right as well, so I'm not mirroring you. Let's see how that feels. If it's too much with the arm out, you can take your hand to your hip. It's kind of a balance challenge, so I'm holding on to the chair, making sure my feet are a good hip distance apart and they're not balanced. Bring your breath and your awareness into your belly. Relax the shoulders. Your inhale, you can come back through your center. And we've been holding this for a while, so I like to take my back foot, step it a little baby forward, bend the knee, and then take the foot, right foot back to down dog. Engage your abdominals, left leg is stepping forward, right foot's angled out. Left knee bends right in top of that, on top of the ankle. Feel what you feel here in your warrior one. On your exhale, you can bring those arms down and we'll twist to the left. So right hand stays on the chair. You can have the left hand on your hip or twisting gently to the left. Make sure your feet stay grounded down. Inviting openness and not feeling like it's a forced twist. So just gentle open. Ready to inhale again, come on back to your chair, and we'll take that little baby step forward with the back foot, bend the knee, and step it back. Let's take another up dog. Really nice for posture, walking the feet forward, pushing down to feel lifted. You could even squeeze those shoulder blades together and work those muscles. Engage your core muscles to come back. And we'll release this leg over here. Good lazy twists. Good. And come back to mountain pose. We'll check in with our intention, make sure we're still there, we're still present. Good for us, we're still here. And shift your weight, let's do some weight shifting all together. So forward and back with the feet. So leaning forward, trying not to grip on the toes. Leaning back. Maybe, big fat maybe you pick up all of your foot except your heel here. If you need to hold on. But if you don't need to, then try not. Try to use your own strength. Yeah, as an option, bring the arms up. Maybe the heels come up too. Another stretch for the lats. Watch those knees if they're not locking. Inhale here, top of the inhale. Exhale here. Have a little lightning bolt arms. So I'm going to roll the shoulders back, open up through the palms. Inhale, lift. The breath is the most important thing. So you can do this seated. You could do this not moving at all. You can imagine. You're just visualizing yourself. Say you're penned in between two people on an airplane. I've done that many times. Visualize myself doing yoga because I get a little claustrophobic. Let's add a chair pose. Sit the hips back, and maybe just one more of these lifts. And then we'll be in chair pose with lightning bolt arms, and you can take your arms forward. Use your core. There it is. Bring it up. Shake those arms out. Shake your shoulders. Relax them. Good. All right. Warrior two again. Wide feet. Right toes turn. Bend into the right knee. Bring the arms out. We'll take reverse warrior. Drop your left hand so your right hand. And maybe reach it up with the gaze. How do your feet feel? Float back through warrior two and come into side angle. We'll take a little baby side angle here. Let's flow a little bit. So coming through warrior two into reverse warrior with your inhale. On your exhale, take your side angle. Maybe top arm comes up. Your breath. Side angle, maybe top arm comes up and over. Use those core muscles to help power through this. Should be no pain. Last one. Core muscles bring us back through warrior two. We'll release the arms, straighten the toes. Come over to the other side. Get that knee bending. Get the arms in position. Remember, if your shoulders start to act up, you can visualize. You could come here. You could pretend to lift your arm. Right? You're still getting part of the benefit. So we'll hold our warrior, reverse warrior. And then come all the way back through warrior two. Find your side angle with your hands on your hips. And I do that just because I want to make sure shoulders stay aligned. And then as we go through mindfully into our flow here, hopefully we maintain that alignment. Inhale generally brings us up into reverse warrior. The exhale is a nice place to be in your side angle. Great. Last one. Plant yourself in warrior two. Release the arms, straighten the leg, toes come forward. And why not goddess pose? So nice place to strengthen the legs. Abdominals drawing in. Hands to heart center. To be able to wiggle your toes. Nothing should hurt. If you want more work, you can take your feet wider, try to sit down a little bit lower. Shoulders stay stacked over hips. So sometimes when we're tight, this happens. So then you would bring your feet closer together so your shoulders can stay upright. Let's push into the floor to rise up. Heel toe back in. And we'll do a little bit more balancing. So we did front to back. Let's do a little side to side. So I'm going to take my feet. Let's do the feet a little wider than the shoulders. And just start casually leaning side to side. Your chair can be in front of you. It might be a nice idea. Maybe pick up a foot. Peeling it up off your sticky mat. Maybe taking an arm up. So I'm leaning to the left and left arm coming up. Leaning to the right. Dynamic balance. And then maybe we'll do a little static hold. Let's hold this and see how that feels. Maybe the other arm comes up. Nothing should hurt. I'm not locking the standing leg. You can flex your foot that's lifted, unless you need to drop your toes. How's your breath? Let's go to the other side. Toes not gripping. Foot that's in the air, if it's in the air, is flexed. Right, we're coming back to let all that tension go. Sometimes it's mental tension, right? So you would insert a swear word when balance is too much of a challenge. Yeah, we all have those days. Come on back, shake it off well, stay hydrated. Okay, let's go back to warrior one, but with lightning bolt arms. I'll face you, right leg steps forward, roll the shoulders back and down. Firming up the core just to support the back. Lifting the chin a little bit. I'm not just rolling the shoulders back and down, I'm also trying to reach, like I could zap energy through my fingertips into the floor. That's not gonna work. And then step it back. Other side. Left leg. Angled arms again. We have that axial extension of the spine too. So if you feel a little slouchy or forward, bring that spine up nice and tall. Release your hands. Nice place for down dog. Let's do that. Look forward, step those feet forward, pushing into the floor, lifting up through the heart. Back to neutral. All right, so let's go back to our warrior one with the right leg forward. Lightning bolt arms as option one. Hands onto the low back, upper glutes. Not on any bone, no. To open up through the chest. Really want to feel it. I do feel it here. From the shoulders. This is for posture. Boosts the mood, especially if you are gazing up a little bit. Let's release, and we need to come back to neutral for a moment and just find mountain pose. Maybe you're breathing in the word let, and you're exhaling the word go. We'll go to the other side. Step forward, anchor those feet, plug them in. Lightning bolt arms, if that works well for you, stay there. If it works, use it. And if you want a deeper stretch, this can go to the low back. That spine going nice and long and arching a little bit. Chin can be lifted a tiny bit, not super high. So if your chin's pointing to the ceiling, back it down a bit. Easy arms out. Use your core muscles to support your back. Find neutral, so mountain pose. And then we'll do some counter pose. So it'll be down dog into up dog. I'm going to exhale into down dog. When you're ready to inhale, walk your feet forward, come into upward facing dog. Back to mountain pose. So let's do a little bit more balance. I love to snake it in as much as I can. So yeah, you're welcome. We've been working on, did I lose someone? Just kidding. We've been working on doing a little bit of flowing with the arms and with the legs. And I'm just keeping consistent with that. Consistency is not my strong point. So rotating, open, and close. Just the left leg. You can keep your toes down if you want to lift for a couple flows. The next time your knee comes forward, we'll see if we can do same arm, same leg. So I'm trying to keep my elbow in alignment with my shoulder. This one. Wrist over elbow. Next time that those limbs come forward, maybe, especially if you're seated, right? Maybe you do both, or all three, I should say. Both arms, one leg. Let's make this look easy. Open, back Neutral, shake it off a little bit. Or a lot. Pick your chair up, or you can turn around. If you need to use the chair, please do, or a wall, right? So we'll start out kind of testing the waters. We got the right leg opening and closing with the toe down. Maybe we pick it up, open and close. Get all those points helping us, right? The tripod, the inner arches, the core. We'll add that arm, same arm. Next time that arm comes in front, maybe other arm joins it. Place to stare at. Now I mentioned that we're on the last one. That helps. Make sure your eyes are open. And then come back. Shake it off. We're going back in a down dog. Let's take our feet a little bit wider and pigeon toe your toes. See if that is a nicer stretch for you. Just a different variation. Engaging your core, bring your heels back into alignment. Walk your feet forward. Okay. One more chair pose. Hips back there, your hip flexors. Bring the heart forward. If you want to reach your arms up, you can. Too hot, then my shoulders are tired. Feel your feet, wiggle your toes. Push into the floor and come back. You can drop your arms. All right, let's go ahead and do some core work. We'll do that seated. Take a good 3 counts. Find your bottom on your chair. A whole bunch of core. Let's do it. Core helps support our posture, right? So you can do this with a weight if you have one handy, but we'll do it without a weight first, because I didn't even say in the email to have a weight with you. So you can interlace or pretend to hold a weight. We've done this before. So if you're taking your shoulders or your back or anything, you're being extra careful, keep your arms close to your body. Otherwise, you want to stretch out. It's very important to actually, I'm going to tap my abdominals to remind them to work. And even lean back a little bit. It's 2 infinity symbols. So I'm going to go around in that sideways figure 8. If you're feeling any pinching or anything in your shoulders, you can let go of the imaginary weight. You can do less and you can flow here like this. So keep squeezing those abdominals. When you come back to your center, reverse your circles. Your figure 8. I'm just kind of keeping the movement in the kind of middle of the road here. And then we're going to come back to the center and release, and shake out the arms, little loosey twists. And in a child's pose, we're leaning forward. And come back up. And do it again. So firm up the back, firm up the core. Grab you can use your water bottle if you have a weight. Get your weight. Weight might add too much for joints, so be careful. So maybe go a little bigger and definitely nice and slow. Especially if you're holding a weight, holding an imaginary weight, it makes a difference. Big as you can, slow as you can. Feet are grounded down, abdominals are engaged. Find your middle and then reverse the circles. Make sure you're breathing. Oh boy, when you come back to your center, set your weight down, shake your hands out. Then we'll do little loosey-goosey circles. Twists. And then come back. I'm going to scoot all the way back. Hands can go to behind the head. We'll do our exaggerated cat-cow, that's what I'm going to call it, without putting pressure on the head. Lift the heart. Make sure feet stay grounded. Feel the weight of your head in your hands. Start with your abdominals. There they go. They're engaging, drawing in, and elbows are going to round forward. Finish your exhale and then go with your breath. Flow with your breath. All right. The next time you're coming up, release those arms. We're going to take another lateral stretch. We're going to deepen the lateral stretch here. So as an option, as always, you can lengthen the arm, find a little arch, re-lengthen, lean a little bit more. I'm holding off the chair, re-lengthen, and then hold one more time into your lateral stretch. See if you can let go of tension in your neck. Engage your abdominals, come back up. Let's go to the other side. I feel like sweat is dripping off me. I hope it doesn't look like a big old construction worker. All right, extend and reach. Extend and reach. Extend and reach and hold. Not that there's anything wrong with the construction worker teaching yoga. I do like to build stuff. All right, engage your abdominals, come back up. Let's find a little baby cat-cow, just an easy going one, just to neutralize the spine. And then we'll counter pose in our child's pose. So coming forward, if you're taking care of anything above your heart, lean for your heart, leave your head above your heart. Otherwise, you can come onto your elbows. And then come up and twist. Twist to your right. On your inhale, come back to your center. And we'll exhale, twist to the left. Inhaling back to center, exhaling forward. Pick up that torso, bring your right leg with you. If you don't want to go into pigeon pose, you can find an alternate stretch, maybe just taking that leg side to the side or back and forth. So pigeon pose, right ankle comes on top of the left leg. Flex that foot. And if you're extra stiff, you can find movement in your leg. Bring your knee up and away. So I'm going to leave my knee away from my face like it wants to come down toward the floor. Lengthen the spine. You're not feeling a stretch at all in your hip, and if you want to, you can lean forward. Stay here with your nice, easy, softening, let go breath. Forward, come back. We'll unfold the leg, stretch it out a little bit, and massage that knee, the sides of the knee. Back. And go to the other side. So let's lean forward first. And then as we come up, we'll bring the left knee with us. And you can back off at any point if you're coming into pigeon. Keep that top foot flexed. Bring some movement in, bringing your knee toward your face and toward the floor. And leave it aiming toward the floor. Gently. Get that spine nice and tall, maybe lean forward. Relaxing the shoulders and relaxing, letting go of any facial expressions. Now upstairs dreaming, so you might hear that growling, tail wagging. One more breath. And we'll come up, unfold the legs, stretch it out, and massage that knee, the sides, back of the knee. Okay, all right, let's warm up those hands. Oh, we need to do our hand exercises. Let's do our okay and peace sign again. One hand's an okay. The more we do these, the better we get. The other hand's a peace sign. And an okay, peace. Okay, peace. Peace. Okay, peace. Ooh, it is getting easier. See if you can do them at the same time. I'm pausing between. I don't want to accidentally give the bird or something. And notice as we're doing this, the pressure we put on ourselves, maybe the tension starts to go into the jaw. And then we can just let it go, shake it off. So we can rub those hands together. And now we're ready for that self-massage, starting with the right leg. Brush stroking up, go to the groin, skip any parts that you've had, if you've had a lumpectomy anywhere. Belly. The right arm. The armpit. Left. The sternum. We'll take a little extra moment here. You can do light fingers or even light fists, gentle fists, tapping out to the edges. And take that tapping up to the mohawk line, to the tops of the ears. One more round of that. And then find your thumbs pretty firmly at the base of your skull. Getting things smoothed out back there. Find that ridge on the bottom of your cranium. Go out to your ears, peace fingers, index finger behind your earlobe, middle finger in front. And we'll do some firm circles. Forward and backwards. Like the pressure on your fingers from the bottom of your jawbone, lightly brush stroke to the chin. Little kitten paw strokes down the front of your neck to your heart. And then relax and notice the breath. Practice letting go here, knowing that you don't have to hold anything up, except maybe your head, because we're seated, right? But enjoy feeling the support of the chair, or if you've decided to lie down, it's the support of the earth. Allowing your eyes to either close or gaze down. Just allowing the breath. Sometimes we feel like we have to force that deeper breath, right? So just allow your breath to be as it is. And we'll initiate that abdominal breathing. So letting your belly rise with your inhale. And soften completely with your exhale. Hands are supported on your lap rather than hanging. So you're not hanging in your joints, and your palms can be up or down, does not matter. So we can better be able to watch the breath mindfully, travel around the body, and just notice. And maybe you bring in the words let go as you're breathing. So maybe you're breathing in let, and you're breathing out the word go. You might want to weave that in as we start to notice around the body. Noticing first your face muscles, around the eyes, and the jaw. Noticing your scalp, whole head. Noticing your neck, your shoulders, and to your shoulder blades, the tops of the arms, down into your elbows, the forearms, the wrists. Noticing your palms, backs of the hands, all 10 fingers. We'll breathe our awareness and our let go practice into the top of the spine. Let it drip all the way down until you get to your tailbone. Take a moment to visualize your lats, softening into the lats, traveling down into the glutes, the sits bones. Wrap your awareness around to the front side of the body, bring it all the way up to your collarbones, sternum, the ribs, navel, into the hip joints with your awareness, with your breath, top of the legs, top of the thighs, the bottom of the thighs, into the knees, calf muscles and shins, into your ankles, the tops of the feet, the bottoms of the feet, and all the way into your toes. As if you could breathe in to every cell in your body. Breathing out with every single cell in your body. Letting go. And revitalizing. Letting go. So we can sit comfortably with mindful awareness. Just notice and allow yourself permission to, if you need to wiggle or become aware of any tightness. See if you want to let the exhale soften into your tightness. Self-permission to just be with your breath. Any thoughts? Start to follow storylines or plans, or things that have happened in the past. Know that you're not alone. Just bring it back gently, back to the breath. Those grooves, those pathways in the brain, so it becomes easier the more we practice this. It's easier to stay with the breath. Noticing again, still with your breath, or if your mind has decided to travel, bring it on back. nice space. Allow your mind to drift into gratitude. With at least 2 or 3 things that you feel thankful for, and allow yourself to feel that internal gratitude. Slowly start to deepen breath. Wake up the smaller joints first, with the fingers, toes, wrists, maybe the ankles. Plug the feet back into the floor, reach the arms up. Bring the palms together and let them float right on down to heart center. Or taking time out of your day to practice your yoga. Namaste. Lovely, peaceful, safe weekend, you guys.